Okay, so welcome back. We just finished up the best of three game between Lunatir and Cats, and in the meantime, we had another best of three going on. Also, winner bracket quarterfinals between IPX and Dark Lycan, and they have now moved into game number 3, having a score of 1-1 at the moment. So they have just started, and now we will be casting this match. So, Henke, what do you think? What are we looking at here?
Oh man, another game. Let's see here. We have Kane versus Flint mid lane, which is a really interesting matchup, I would say.
Action top lane right now, actually.
Action top lane, yeah, sorry. There we go. Pestilence down on the Pharaoh, and that's gonna be Bloodlust on the Pharaoh. Now Behemoth coming in with the stun here, trying to chase down the Aluna, but I don't think they will catch him. A big stun coming up from Aluna there, stopping Andro. Oh, Bubbles here with the Q, and he's gonna actually get the Aluna. Well played there.
Yeah, Behemoth, I think, he accidentally double-clicked his stun, so he insta-removed it. Not blocking the path of Andro. But they did get it, so...
It happens. So, yet again we have a Magebane pickup though.
Yeah, Magebane and Kane. I think Kane was playing 1 against 2 on the mid lane until this point. So he didn't really get to contest the creeps, and now they rotated away. So Flint is quite far ahead, building Soul Scream rings.
Yeah, he definitely have an advantage then. But, however, on Kane you just need one item pretty much, Barn Blummer, and you can kill very many heroes alone.
Yes. If he gets to click R on Flint with the bar later on, doesn't matter what Kane has, Flint will die.
Yeah, the power of Kane. Now,
which is why we see him banned in so many games, so it's surprising to see him go through in this one.
Yeah. And now they're going on the top run here, Andro and Pharaoh trying to get it. Flint, however, running in with the bottle. He wants that haste for easier ganks and kills. Actually, speaking of Kane, this hero was banned both previous games we were casting, Lunatir against Lovecat X.
Yes.
So it's a bit surprising that, as you were saying, it's here. It's in the game.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect it to be not banned, but we will see. Flint will have to have some defensive lineups around him, and I'm not sure Andrew's even enough to save him from Kane later on. If they really end up going there. Here we go on the mid lane, actually.
Yeah, some big diving there, actually. Interesting. Speaking of Flint, Flint actually got a buff in the recent patch as well. Top lane here, Pestilence taking down the Pharaoh by himself, actually. Really well played. Mid lane, Bubbles chasing, a big Behemoth stun coming on the Aluna here. They are chasing him down. Would you prefer to be in? Which team do you think have the upper hand based on a team fight?
I would say Hellbone is coming up ahead to knock them down.
Let's get it on.
Also, this game, I think Andromeda's gonna have a big part, because if Andromeda doesn't position himself correctly this game, his carry's gonna die pretty fast. But, however, if he is in the correct position, he can save him from Pharaoh or Kane.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a combination of Andro and a tablet or a storm or something might be enough to just completely counteract their heal potential, so they will need to get it early.
Oh, Pestilence stunning on the Pharaoh here, but they decide not to commit yet. They want the Pestilence stun to come up once more. I think they will dive on this Pharaoh here eventually. Ooh, did Pharaoh snipe out Behemoth there with his rockets? I'm not sure.
I think he saw him.
Yeah. Well, at least Pestilence farming a creep on the top rune.
Yeah, I think he's quite happy with the region rune. He might go into the jungle now looking to clean up some stacks.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of stacks there. Maybe Flint would like to take them instead. We'll see. We'll see. Now, Pestilence here, using his flight on the mid lane here. Is he gonna jump in here? I believe so. Here comes the jump from Pestilence, stunning the Kane. Aluna with a big turn stun. Marty with the wings on the Kane.
He just walks away and ults, yeah.
Flint ults, but it's not going to be enough damage. Now, oh, big Pharaoh there with his ultimate, with Magepin following up here. Huge Magepin ultimate on the Flint, being bursted down immediately.
Really good counter initiation from them. Having that Pharaoh ult up was really the key here. And being completely out of mana on Flint after using the very expensive ultimate with a decently high mana pool. So Magepin doing a lot of damage, lining up the 2 kills. Really nice for the Magepin. He went greedy with the Alchemist Bones and get the payoff anyway, so he will be having a really good form.
As long as he doesn't get shot down now in the next minutes, he might have a really good game.
I think so.
Mid lane here, Pestilence stunning on the Kayn, but chooses to retreat. They're knowing that they do not have the damage required to take him down at this current time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Martyr paired up with the Kayn is also quite good, right? Because like you can wings him and he will never die during his ult, and then you just heal him back to full.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, that's true.
they have some quite good synergy picks on both sides.
Yeah, they do. Oh, Kayn actually have ultimate now, but I don't think they have enough damage to kill the Pestilence here, as only Kayn and Martyr.
Yeah, no.
They need a third. However, on the top lane here, we see Pestilence and Behemoth coming in here. They are most likely going to dive this Pharaoh. Yes, they are, without a doubt. All the stuns being popped. That's a dead Pharaoh. Zero chance of escaping.
Yeah, and nothing he can do there to get out once the first stun lands. So,
Yeah.
good lineup and holding the stun from the Pestilence, not using when he lands and waiting for the other stuns to run out first.
Oh, Martyr here getting caught up by Pestilence flights and the stun. Behemoth follow up with the stun, and there comes the flare from Flint, taking down Martyr as well. Now we have Kayn and Magepin porting in, but they are a bit too late for anything. Now look at the Pestilence once more going in here on the Kayn. Flint ultimate being used as well. There we go, the big combo. Behemoth stun being used, a Luna power throw, but not enough damage to take out. Now here comes Pharaoh once more, which we talked about, and the Pestilence, Magepin ulti being used on the Pestilence, and he will fall to Pharaoh.
Yeah, they effectively traded Pestilence for Kayn here, so Legion are definitely happy with that trade there
Oh yeah.
for the last go. But that one DD rune Pestilence lined up 3 kills for them.
Yeah, that DD did some very miraculous plays for them.
Yeah, there was a lot of extra damage and it made it a lot easier for them to land the kills, so good
Oh,
use. Good use.
Good use, yeah. I think what's really important for Legion team here is using the Pharaoh whenever he has an ultimate to try make a fight now. And now we are going on a fight here. Stun being used on the Martyr. Also Kayn using his ulti on the Pestilence here. Will they have enough damage? I do not believe so. They can take down the Pestilence here. Now a double stun being used on Pestilence. Pestilence is super low and he flies out, but he's stuck in the trees. Oh no! Jens is taking him down, but in the background, however, Magepin and Pharaoh chasing down the Andromeda. Andromeda's gonna fall here any second, I believe. Big stun being popped there, but the port, and that's gonna be a dead Andromeda. And in the background also, Bubbles fell, and Behemoth.
Yeah, big fight for Legion team here, getting 4 kills, losing credit for one of them to the Ancients, who, to be fair, did some good work on getting Pestilence kills there. But
yeah,
very much in favor of Legion coming out of that one particular fight. Like, Pesty was so far ahead on farm. He was 550 DPM, he was 400 gold away from a PK, and now he's back down to 1000 gold, still no PK, and he has lost 700 gold over the last few minutes.
yeah. It's been a rough time on Pestilence here.
Yeah, he didn't get quite what he wanted from this. He's been the sacrificial lamb in the previous fight on the top tower, and now he died in this fight as well.
Yeah.
Almost escaping.
However, on the other side, Pestilence and Flint both sitting almost at 400 GPM, so at least they're not that far behind, I would say.
No, I mean they're not behind in that way, but they lost some of the
Pestilence here
advantage.
starts to cut off. Pestilence going in and Bubbles, using his Q and his silence to take down Luna.
Yeah.
And Behemoth coming in here. Are they going for the dive on the Pharaoh? if I have seen enough fights with these teams, I think they are. And here we go, they are diving once again. Pestilence using stun and Behemoth following up with a second stun. Flint ulti being used, but Pharaoh actually mans up a whole lot of time here. Mage been coming in, and there comes a Kane with 0 mana, and he cannot do anything. Pestilence stuns. Now Mage been trying to do his best, but a huge Pestilence, but Martyr unfortunately gets off his Q and the last auto attack to take down the Pesty. A good try though of Pestilence escaping that way.
They're playing so aggressive. I mean, whenever they see red is dead, like when they see a red nameplate, they go for it. They're just in.
Oh,
But
wow.
they came out ahead of this, so
Yeah.
good stuff from Help on side.
What do you think about the Shaman headdress here on the Mage Bane?
Yeah, I was looking at it before, and I mean, I think for early game it kind of makes sense because it is still going to be a quite big part of the damage that he will be taking. But
Yeah.
I don't think I would have personally gone for a full Shaman.
Oh, look at the Martyr here in the dive. Aluna coming in through. That's a stun. And no, he's want to give the kill to the Mage Bane. But Martyr doesn't care. He takes it anyway.
He needs his farm.
Yeah. I mean, he's 180 GPM, so I would have done the same.
Yeah, knowing you playing support, you like Bloodlust quite a lot more than the carry does.
Yeah. Flint actually close to 600 GPM though.
By that you mean Mage Bane, I believe.
Yeah, sorry, Mage Bane. Good thing.
Yeah. He is farming a lot. I think we might again see the mock situation.
Oh yeah. I mean, I actually do agree with the Shaman headers being picked up there. As long as he doesn't continue going the full barrier. I think that's too much.
Yeah.
But Shaman really good against 4 of their heroes, I would say.
Yeah. For the early game, a lot of the damage he will be taking is magic, so
Yeah.
I think it's a fine pickup, and it helps him stay alive when he's just hitting creeps.
Yeah.
Giving a lot of extra regen as well, which he doesn't have otherwise.
Pestilence here with the fight and the PK going on the Ken. Beam of ulti being used and the Flint from the background. Pharaoh counter initiates here. Big stun from Aluna and the powerful Beam of goes down. Now Pharaoh is trying to man up on the Pestilence here. Big double stun from Pestilence getting. Will it be enough? I think it will, yes. Andros stunning the Aluna. Actually, really good escape there by Pestilence getting out.
Yeah. Yeah, but this would... Oh, close with the power through, actually. Luna tried to snipe him there. I was just about to say, this would have been the 3rd time where he barely didn't escape, so I think it's fair that he finally gets one where he gets to survive.
Yeah. I would not hate if Flint picked up a tablet. I'm not going to lie. I might have picked up a tablet myself here. Just so I know if Pharaoh ults, I can escape really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a decent pickup for him, but they might be planning or just expecting Andrew to be able to save him for the majority of the big team fights, that it might feel kind of wasted.
Oh, Mage Bane killing off the bubbles here, and they are continuing chasing the Pestilence. Here comes the Kane, though, he's trying to ulti, the hook. Mage Bane, though, chasing after the Pestilence. Pestilence is going to fall here, most likely. No! Martyr
No blink.
doesn't use the spells. He wanted to give the kill for the Mage Bane, and that's why he escaped in this moment.
Yep. It was... It always feels so bad when this happens, and that's why I would always just rather get the kills down and not care who gets it than trying to put it on one person in particular.
They are probably raging at each other in the backline there. Come on, just take the kill, you know. Everyone have been through that moment.
Yes, for sure. But he didn't go for the mock here. He did go for a Firebrand. Probably going for... I'm not even sure. It could be both a Frostburn and a Geos here.
It could be both, yeah. Now, Pestilence, however, and Behemoth being enemies and Bubbles being around, they might try to burst down the Mage Bane here. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, but Martyr is close by and they saw him, so I don't think they want to try and jump in and get cancelled and turned on.
However, on the Kane might be slightly out of position here. Pestilence going in, using ulti and the stun connects. Behemoth being enemies, and there comes the second stun. Behemoth. Pharaoh, though, counter-initiating once again, and Kane using the hook. And Behemoth falls. And that's going to be the end of that fight, I believe.
I feel
thought
like
that was-
every time Pharaoh versus ult, they just get something good. Like he
Yeah.
is bringing so much value from that ability.
I thought that was a dead Kane, but all of a sudden just... Oh! However, Pestilence going in on the Pharaoh here. Flint using all the damage he can. Mortar Wings being popped on the Pharaoh, so he doesn't take much damage. Flint
Bottom
using his
now.
ultimate, but oh, bottom lane. Bubbles falling to Magebin and the Luna once more.
Yeah,
And
they had
this-
both the TPs from the bot lane going towards mid, and when nothing happened, they cancelled, and Bubbles came up too close, trying to do damage while they were porting away.
I'm actually really curious on what items Magebin will pick up in the end here.
I would expect it to be a Geos, because you can remove the swarm from Pestilence, and you can discharge some of their abilities.
Oh,
It's
wait!
quite a good defensive item.
He picks up a
Oh.
barrier idol now. Interesting.
I did not expect them to do that, but I mean, they are team fighting so much. Hellborn is really aggressive, so if they get to
Yeah.
clump up and use it, it can be some really good value. I can see that happening, but you would never see that in a Team M game. No player ever would buy a barrier here.
Yeah, hopefully he makes good use of the barrier with his team in the upcoming minutes.
Yeah, barrier was buffed some time ago as well, and
Yeah.
it's post mitigation damage, so your magic armor applies first. So if you get hit for 400 magic damage, you
Already
absorb
got you up
50%.
here. Kane being smoked behind the tower, and he ultis the bubbles. Magebin running all he can, blinks in, and the auto attacks does the job there. Kane taking the kill, however. Middle lane though, Pharaoh in a huge trouble. They're getting stunned by Andrew and Flint, but the Pharaoh ultimate counter initiates and traps down the Flint. Will have enough time. Big swap from Andromeda, and there's the double stun from Beam and Pestilence. However, Flint doing so much damage in the background there. Magebin doing as much damage as he can to the Pestilence. Pestilence will go down. Now they are on the chase here. Flint running Magebin running as fast as he can, trying to catch up.
Yeah.
I don't see. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to guess on the route there, and unfortunately he picked wrong. But no way of really knowing. So, but good rotations again, and turning something bad into something that was somewhat redeemable, getting killed on the Pestilence here.
Absolutely.
Really nice ult from the Pharaoh as well, catching up just before he died, so the team could get some revenge.
It's I must say, this has been a really action-filled game. There's
Very.
not much breaks in farming.
No. Yeah, and the two previous games we saw, there was much more idleness, especially the first one. So
Yeah.
good change of pace. But what I was saying with the bear is just, even though it only absorbs 400 damage, it happens after you magic armor. So effectively, it's gonna be like something like 600 to 650 for most heroes. For Magebin, it's much more because of his reductions. So it's gonna effectively make him immune to magic damage if he pops it in a team fight and help the team as well.
Flint picking up Firebrand. I guess he would go for Geospin, don't you think? Oh, and Mortar here being... But Andromeda swaps him back, so Pestilence misses the stun. That's... I don't want to call it grief, but some miscommunication, I would say.
Yeah, that man was dead either way.
Yeah, there was no need to swap that guy, but... I mean, you can never be sure.
Yeah. Down he went. They're setting up
Yeah.
at the mid lane here.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Now, Magebin here having a lot of gold on hand, and there comes the Geometer Spain being popped on the Magebin and sent out on the carrier.
It's a really strong item against the Pesty. It really counteracts the armor part, and the same for the
Yeah.
Andromeda ability, so his risk of dying to physical damage is much lower now with this item on.
Geospain and Magebin TP's mid here. They are looking to try to fight and take down the middle tower. I think that we've done exactly the same here from the Legion side. I don't see them having the best of chances in the late game, considering Hellborn have so much AoE and heavy damage from far away.
I'm not sure. I think the catch potential with Pharaoh and Kane is really high, so
Yeah.
let's see how that plays out, but I could see it go either way.
It could go either way, yeah. I think it very much depends on who initiates first.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And
And
who they initiate on, of course.
They have the Bart on Pharaoh now, so he will
Oh,
be
yeah.
jumping in and not giving many fucks about what the enemy team thinks about that.
Now we're seeing Legion team starting to do the Kongor. Yeah.
Hellborn
But-
might do the same here.
Albor might do the same, they are not sure. Yeah, there we go, Flint shooting. But his team, however, doesn't want to contribute to the Kongor kill.
I think that
Anyway.
set the goal, not
Yeah.
do the work.
Here we go, Bubbles coming to help.
Yeah, they might have been considering going for the fight or maybe the pick off on the enemy Concord,
Yeah.
but deciding not to and heading back for their own. So 1-for-1 trade with Congors, recognizing that the Legion team is getting it and they have time to get their own.
Kongor for Kongor.
Yeah. It's a really even game still.
It is, yeah.
3,000 gold lead for Legion is not much being 23 minutes in. It much more matters about initiation, who gets to pick who, and team fight positioning, so it could still go either way, but Magebeam is going to be such a powerhouse soon. One item more, which will probably be maybe Frostfield Plate, I would guess. Maybe Brutalizer.
Yeah.
And he will be killing whoever he wants.
Both teams pushing down towers on the top and bottom lane.
Destroyed a Legion tower.
Luna rotating towards middle, trying to defend the low tower. Really good TP there. So is he going to deny the tower or is he going to... Yeah, he's going to deny. I would call that a smart move.
Yeah. Good goal save for them, getting up tonight.
Yeah. Oh, Behemoth picked up the PK here. That can have a tremendous effect for the Legion team. Oh, Team Smoke being popped from the Hellborn here. All 5 going together. They are taking the entrance Kongor way into their jungle, perhaps. Let's see, refreshment being popped up on Flint here, and
Here
the
we
Legion
go.
team is. Here we go. The fight is going to happen. Behemoth going in, double shockwave from and triple stun. Bubbles coming in with the silence. Triple stun by the mortar. Pestilence, sorry. Now Pestilence. What is going on here? Everyone going right and left. Now they are committing on the Andromeda. That was one interesting fight. I saw Flint hitting 2 hits and he just started running away.
Yeah. I think they didn't expect a full 5 stack to be there, and Magebeam getting the barrier up and everyone hit by the ultimate from Behemoth. So
Yeah.
no magic damage follow from Bubbles really did anything, and Martyr getting to heal up one of the guys to full HP, and I think that was that team fight for them, and they wanted to just cut their losses and move back.
Actually, really well played by Magebeam. They're getting the barrier off fast. Pestilence trying to make something happen, but yeah. And Magebeam now picked up an Ice Brand as well, so he might go the Frost Wolf.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cookie cutter going into Frostwolf from the Geos at this point, so
Yeah.
to be expected, and it makes sense. He needs to be able to stay on target and slow them down.
What item would you like to
Mid
see
lane here.
from mid lane? Sorry, Pharaoh going on the Pestilence. Pestilence falling. Wow, that was a fast kill on Pesty.
Yeah, they saw, I believe, Flint in the jungle from the one ward and knew they wouldn't be 5 at least, and no beam at all. So it was a
Yeah.
pretty safe go when Pharaoh catches him out. So
Looks
you were
like
saying item on who?
Yeah. Looks like they
You
want
don't
to
have
push.
time to
Oh,
answer.
that was a really nice try from Kane there, tableting Flint towards him and trying to ult him, but unfortunately he got stunned in the process. Pharaoh here being caught off in the tower and dies. Bubbles chasing down on the Mortar, and big power throw, and Mortar takes down the Bubbles. Mortar falls in the background. Kane here is running for his life, but there is no escaping 4 heroes from the Hellborn team.
Yeah, they bought back on Pisty here to make that fight happen, so
Yeah,
Legion
a good
moving out
buyback,
and
I would
getting
say.
away. Yeah, very good. Very
Yeah.
worth it. but it had to happen.
Ooh, Pestilence with running with haste here might catch off the Luna here. Yeah, ulti being used, the stun being connected, but he has his ultimate on. That means 100% evasion for a few seconds, but no! He will go down.
Yeah.
Actually, they're catching people right and left now.
Yeah, Hellborn are definitely still in it. They can still come back into this game. And Flint now picking up the Nullifier, I assume that was the person you were asking about, and I think it's a good pickup.
Yeah. I mean, if he can take the mana from Mage Bane, he doesn't do anything really.
Yeah, and Nullifier adds physical damage to your attacks. And
yeah,
like the mana burned is converted into additional physical damage. And now with the new version of Nullifier, where the amount of mana ramps up with each hit, having a high attack speed hero like Flint makes it much better than it used to be. Where it actually adds 40 to 50 extra damage just from the mana burn at max rank. So, and Mage Bane doesn't have that high mana pool either, so he can, in some situations, push him into a situation where he just runs out of mana.
Yeah, if he managed that somehow, they're probably going to win the fight. Now Behemoth here getting an invis from the Flint, so maybe they are going to look for some action.
Yeah, and most crucially, of course, the Nullifier 3 allows you to purge the wings from Mother, which is the primary support and defensive ability that they have to save their guys.
Oh yeah, so, very good point.
Taking off the wings will be really, really good.
Yeah. Now Mage Bane and Martyr being smoked here, trying to scout out some kills, but unfortunately they're not catching anything. Pestilence, huge reaction there, just peeking out as soon as he saw something.
Yeah, and the finished Frostwolf now on Mage Bane, so...
Oh yeah, he's a tanky boy.
His core setup, yeah, he will be so hard to deal with if he gets into the fight in a good way.
Yeah. And on top of that, I just saw Kane picking up the entire Sinner's inscription here.
Yeah. Still a good item, even after the quite big nerfs that it got. Which was, of course, very needed, because it was the best item in the game by a mile.
Yeah. We have a team smoke coming from Hellborn here. Once again, they are trying to pick up a fight. Let's hope this one gets more. Mage Bane here using his Geosbane, trying to bait out that he's farming mid, but doesn't look like they're falling for it. And that is because they have a ward on their Kongor, so they saw him there. Now Team Smoke being popped from the Legion stun. Pestilence going in here with the stun. Shockwave being used, but Aluna stuns him really fast, so he doesn't get the second stun up. The EMF stunning. Now Flint trying to do much. Farah using Geosbane being used. And a hell of a lot of action here in the fight. Mage Bane doing so much damage there, using his ultimate, running after the Pestilence. Pestilence peeking out, and he should be fine now. Andromeda is left, and Bubbles. Bubbles is actually getting the TP out. Now Andromeda. No, Pharaoh managed to catch him off guard there. Well played by Pharaoh. Wow.
Yeah. Pharaoh catching like the center stage of their heroes there once again with the ult. He's done so many good ults.
Yeah.
And Mage Bane just jumps into that and hits everything.
Pharaoh, however, didn't catch the Flint, but it didn't really matter. He just created a huge wall there with Barmed and everything. Just creating confusion. Now Mage Bane blinking in here, sowing the bubbles now. Pestilence jumping in, but has the mana. There is the mana. The tower doing a lot of damage to Mage Bane, however. But it will not be enough to take him down.
I think it's a mistake for them to spend time so far behind the tower. They had the possibility to push into base and maybe get the Rex, but now that option is not there. They could have done a lot of stuff on that tower, just hitting it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I see both Kongors now being spawned again, so we might see Kongors being killed there. Here we go. Mage Bane and Ken already starting.
Yeah, but they have a ward on it from Hellborn, so...
Yeah, they do. Both teams going for Kongor again.
Yeah, not going to be contested. Hellborn choosing to go for their own, playing it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the mana burn combination from having both Nullifier and Geos on Flint, it could really do a lot if he gets the hit, but I just don't see him getting that opportunity with Pharaoh on the other side of the map.
Pharaoh actually trying to snipe the enemy Kongor, but... and Aluna also trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, and they know they're waiting out
Oh!
this time.
Oh!
My god.
That was close. Really close, actually.
Yeah. And Legion team was waiting to kill their Kongor, like their own Kongor, because if they got the snipe, then that would mean the same team got both Kongor kills and the token would spawn. But it will spawn at the position of the last ape to die. So
Correct,
if they
yeah.
if they'd killed their own ape first and then sniped the other ones, they would have given a token to the Hellborn. So they were just waiting for the other Kongor to die first. So both teams just running around their Kongor for a little bit, trying to wait out each other.
Legion team here grouping up as 5. Are they committing for the push here?
Pharaoh
Kinda
has
looks like they are.
Pharaoh has the smaller version of the Hellflower now as well.
Oh yeah.
He has his whole core set.
Oh,
Here we go.
Kane here in huge trouble. The shockwave coming out from Behemoth. And Bubbles jumping into the background here, trying to do the silence on everyone, and he is successful. And Mage Bane, are they going commit here? Pestilence ulti being used, and look at the damage coming out from Flint there in the background. Now Legion team is on the run here, trying big double stun from Pestilence. Will he get up an ulti? Big silence coming in the Bubbles. Double stun by Behemoth. Now look at all the damage. Geospain being popped on the Mage Bane. Will he get to blink out? Yes, he will. He's dipping out as well in the background. Now this might be a good push coming out from the Hellborn side.
Yeah, really well done that they made this work that easily. Kane just melting away.
Yeah.
Pestilence having his staff now, of course, making quite a big difference with his ult being applied to many targets at a time.
We haven't really seen the effect of Kane that we were thinking we would get in this match. He's having a really hard time to catch someone, in all honesty.
Yes, and I think it comes down to Flint being like the longest ranged carry in the game. So him positioning so far away makes it hard for Kane to even get that close before being stopped by someone else.
Yeah.
So I think Pharaoh is a much better counter to Flint than Kane is, and we've seen a lot of effect from him, of course. But in this fight, like, Pharaoh was just standing there watching his team get picked one by one and not really knowing if he should jump in or not, because Andrew was behind Flint, so he wouldn't get much done alone, and they didn't really have the chance to really go, getting caught one after one.
What item would you like Flint to pick up here next?
I think he might just go for a wingbow, getting the extra range.
That was exactly my thought, actually. I feel like he needs damage, but at the same time he needs... Maybe he has enough defensive items and good heroes on his team to go ultra damage here with a wingbow.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, and wingbow will add some defensiveness to him as well through armor and evasion to kind of be able to man up a bit more. Because eventually he will be able to take the fist fight with the Mage Bane and actually win.
Yeah, if he gets that wingbow, as long as he doesn't get caught first, I think he can take down the entire team.
Yeah, I think so. And he will, of course, be saving for buyback, so it will be a bit before he starts buying stuff, but he will get some good value just from buying the Foxbow, getting plus 100 attack range, putting him up to 950.
Yeah. Mage Bane actually picking up a Shrunken here, and they are doing another team smoke, trying to set up again. Looks like the Hellborn team is smelling it though. Nobody showing on the map they're thinking, so where could they be?
And look at Pestilence just blinking into nothing.
Yeah.
Not having it.
Actually, really well read by the Hellborn team there. Just waiting it out until they see someone at least.
Yeah.
And Pestilence have started to hit creeps middle, so at least they know where he is.
Mage Bane, yeah.
Yeah, Mage Bane. Didn't I say Mage Bane?
Yeah, you said Pesty. He's going top now, though. He might jump the Sparrow.
Oh, he might be greedy, yeah. We have seen Pestilence being greedy in the entire match, so Martyr here popping him out. Big Sand Scepter removing the Pestilence ulti there, so they no longer have vision on him. Now we see Behemoth and Bubble smoking up here to Pestilence, trying to aid him. Let's see here. No, nothing's going to happen there. Mage Bane. What do you think of the shrunken head on the Mage Bane? Do you think it's the right item?
I think it's good because they do have a lot of stuns. Both Pesty, Andro, and Behemoth will be unable to stun him. going through Shrunken. It's only really going to be Flint himself with the small bashes, but it will give some free time to Magebane to actually do work.
Absolutely. And also the Nullfire won't take any mana from the Magebane.
I don't think that's the case anymore, actually.
What? Really?
I'll have to check. Or if it's only Magebane's... No, I think you're right. I think Magebane mana burn goes half through Shrunken. I think that's what I remember.
Really? Half? I did not know that. We're going to find out this match though. I'm sure Flint gonna shoot at him.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I'll see if I can find it, and we'll see.
Yeah. Now both teams just slowly farming in their own jungle, looking to see if they can find some play, but both teams pretty much sticking together. Now Kane with the smoke here, trying to scout someone out, but his team is pretty far away, so might not be the best initiation right now.
No, I mean they don't have like Kane didn't go for the sort of killing build. He's playing a supporting role. If he had a PK barbed, he could have he could jump into stuff and just ult and start up things, but that will not happen with the setup. That's Pharaoh's job now.
Yeah. Yeah, Pharaoh actually completed the entire health flower, so even more dangerous.
Yeah, he's a really big risk for Flint.
Yeah. If he catches him and Andromeda is not at the right position, Flint might be in some huge trouble.
And Flint did pick up the Foxbow as we talked about, so he is going that route with the Wingbow.
Oh yeah. I think that's the right choice.
I think so, yeah. He is holding enough gold to buy back. He could buy the Wingbow now, but he needs to be able to buy out if he does get caught. Otherwise, the whole base just falls.
Yeah, really smart by Flint, holding the buyback. Now, I'm really curious what Magebane is going to buy as his next item, though. I guess he's going to sell his Elk Bones for something stronger.
Yeah. I would imagine he gets the Basher. No.
Yeah. What do you think would be better in this situation when you... Say Flint's getting the Wingbone now, you think Magebane would go Basher or Savage Miss?
He might go for the Savage. Yeah, it's probably better in the longevity of things, but the nice thing about the big upgraded Basher is you can stun on demand, which
that's true, yeah.
will do a lot of damage as well. And it tanks him up more than Savage would do.
Yeah. Oh, another Team Smoke. Team Smoke being popped here from the Hellborn side. Once again, there's been a lot of Team Smoke this match.
Yeah, but no real big effects coming from them. They do read it quite well.
Yeah.
And both teams are just so grouped up all the time. Like if you look at the minimap, they're never far from each other.
They are closing in here. Behemoth, that's a big double stomp from the Pestilence and the Behemoth Shockwave. And Flint doing so much damage. Pharaoh falls immediately. Now Magebane blinks and onto Flint there. Look at the damage coming out from Flint. Big swamp. Magebane falls in the background though. Nobody falls in the background. Aluna though, however, is in deep position here, getting almost one-shotted by Flint auto attack.
Yeah.
Now this is a huge fight from Hellborn here. A buyback coming in the Magebane. But are they going to fall back just because of a Magebane? I don't think so. Here we go. The initiation coming in once again. Huge ultimate being used there on the Canes, trying to stop the Pestilence. Now look at the damage coming in. The huge Magebane ulti on the Pestilence, but not enough damage. They are going all in here on the Magebane. Everyone trying to manage. Look at the damage coming from Flint here. Just 3 to 4 man shotting Magebane with Pestilence ulti on him. He is no match for Flint at this current moment.
Yeah, they need the Pharaoh. They need the Pharaoh to be on Flint, and he got caught out early.
Oh, yeah.
That's the CC going out.
Wow.
Giving the game to IPX.
That's gonna be 2-1, right, for IPX?
Yes, it is.
So they are the winner.
1-1.
1-1. Okay, sorry.
I am sorry.
Yeah, we are correcting. 1-1 between IPX versus the last team, Dark Linek.
Okay. Wow, okay. I was convinced we were heading into the third game in the series, but here we are.
So was I. Well, maybe you should think a little bit more what you put in your body, Kirk. And anyway, let's take a short break here, and we're gonna see our third game between IPX versus Dark Lycan. We will be heading out, and we'll see us soon.
Yes, sir.